Have you ever noticed how those first few minutes after waking up can really shape your whole day? For many of us past 60 or 70, mornings can feel a little heavier than they used to. The joints are stiff, the mind is foggy, and sometimes the day just starts with a sigh. Maybe you head straight to the bathroom, then shuffle to the kitchen for that first cup of coffee, almost without thinking. It's easy to fall into those routines and assume that's just how things are now. But here's something you may not have heard before: those first 5 minutes in the morning can actually hold more power than you think. So in this video, we're going to explore 4 simple habits you can do in the first 5 minutes of your day. Each one is gentle, easy, and backed by real science. And by the end, you'll have a clear plan you can follow every single morning to feel stronger, calmer, and more in control of your health. Before we start, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Just drop your state or city in the comments below. And if you have any natural health tips of your own, feel free to share those too. Someone else might really benefit from hearing what's worked for you. 1. Start your day with warm lemon water. One of the easiest and most powerful habits you can add to your morning routine is drinking a glass of warm lemon water right after you wake up. It might sound too simple to matter, but don't let that fool you. This one habit can have a big impact on your health, especially as you get older. After a long night's sleep, your body is naturally a little dehydrated. And if you're like many older adults, your sense of thirst isn't as strong as it used to be. That means you might not even realize you're not drinking enough water. Starting your day with a warm glass of water helps to rehydrate your system, which can make you feel more alert and energized right away. And adding fresh lemon gives it an extra boost. Lemon contains natural compounds that support your liver, aid digestion, and help your body flush out waste more gently. Some people think coffee is the best way to wake up the body, but caffeine right away can actually put extra stress on your stomach, kidneys, and blood pressure. Lemon water is a gentle, nourishing way to wake up your body slowly. It tells your system, we're starting the day with care. That small decision can shift how your entire morning unfolds. Lemon water also helps support bowel regularity, which is something many older adults struggle with. It gets your digestive system moving without being harsh. Some people even find that it reduces bloating and helps them feel lighter. And unlike many habits that are hard to keep up with, this one is simple. No pills. No prep. Just warm water and a slice of lemon. If you're dealing with fatigue, dry skin, dizziness, or just not feeling as clear-headed as you used to, dehydration might be playing a bigger role than you think. This habit can quietly fix that over time. It's not a miracle cure, but it's a strong and steady start. And it only takes a minute. Think of it this way: every morning is a new beginning. Starting with warm lemon water is like giving your body a gentle nudge in the right direction. It's simple, affordable, and deeply healing. And over time, this one small action can help you feel better from the inside out. 2. Wake up your body with gentle stretching. After you hydrate your body, the next best thing you can do is give your muscles and joints a little attention through gentle stretching. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, and you don't need to be flexible like a gymnast. Even the smallest movements can make a huge difference, especially as we get older. You see, when you've been lying still all night, your joints can become stiff and your muscles a bit tight. This is completely normal with age. But the good news is, you don't have to accept stiffness as a permanent part of your mornings. Stretching, even for just a few minutes, helps improve blood flow, loosen tight areas, and tell your body, it's time to get moving. Simple stretches can include rolling your shoulders, gently turning your neck from side to side, reaching your arms overhead, or slowly twisting at the waist while sitting on the edge of the bed. You don't have to stand up or get on the floor. Just a few slow movements while seated can do wonders. And when done every morning, your body starts to feel more mobile, more relaxed, and less prone to falls or injury. Now, this isn't about exercise or burning calories. This is about mobility and comfort. As we age, keeping our range of motion becomes more important than ever. It's the difference between reaching for something on a shelf with ease or struggling with pain. It's the difference between feeling confident in your steps or feeling unsteady. Stretching also connects you to your body. It helps you notice what's feeling good, what's feeling tight, and where you may need a little extra care. That awareness can guide you throughout the rest of your day. It makes you more mindful of how you move, how you sit, and how you care for yourself overall. One older gentleman I spoke to, who's now 81, said his morning stretch routine changed everything. He told me, "Before I started, I used to feel like I was dragging myself through the day. Now I feel like I'm stepping into it." That's the power of 5 quiet minutes. So tomorrow morning, before you grab your phone or turn on the TV, take a moment to stretch. Nothing fancy, just a few gentle movements to say, "My body matters, and I'm choosing to take care of it." 3. Calm your mind with deep breathing or meditation. Once your body has been gently stretched and your system is hydrated, it's time to take care of something just as important, your mind. And one of the most powerful things you can do in the morning is to pause for a few minutes of deep breathing or quiet meditation. This doesn't mean sitting cross-legged on the floor or chanting anything. It just means being still, focusing on your breath, and giving yourself a little mental space before the day begins. You'd be surprised how much stress builds up overnight. Many older adults wake up feeling anxious, scattered, or even sad. Sometimes it's from pain, sometimes it's from loss or loneliness, and sometimes it's just the weight of too many thoughts. That mental tension shows up in the body too: tight muscles, fast heartbeat, shallow breathing. But when you sit quietly and take slow, deep breaths, something amazing starts to happen. Your nervous system begins to calm down, your heart rate evens out, and your mind becomes a little clearer. Deep breathing lowers cortisol, which is the hormone linked to stress. It helps your brain feel safe, focused, and balanced. In fact, research shows that just a few minutes of daily breathing practice can lower blood pressure, improve memory, and even reduce inflammation in the body. For older adults, that means a stronger heart, better focus, and less overall wear and tear on the system. You don't need any tools or apps. Just sit somewhere quiet, place your hand on your chest or lap, and breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4, then out gently through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat for 2 or 3 minutes. That's all it takes to begin seeing a difference. One man I spoke with, a 76-year-old retired postman, said that after losing his wife, his mornings became his hardest time. His daughter suggested he just sit by the window and breathe. At first he felt silly, but after a few weeks, he noticed something. His heart didn't race like it used to. He felt calmer. Not because his grief disappeared, but because his body wasn't stuck in panic mode anymore. 4. Start your morning with gratitude or simple reflection. Now that your body feels awake and your mind is calm, there's one more habit that can truly transform the way you face each day, and that's taking just a minute or 2 to practice gratitude. It doesn't need to be a big ritual. It can be as simple as quietly thinking of 3 things you're thankful for. What matters is the feeling behind it. Because starting your day with gratitude changes everything, from how you feel emotionally to how your body functions physically. When we focus on what's missing or what hurts, it's easy to start the day in a negative mindset. But when we shift our thoughts toward what's still good, what's still working, who still loves us, what still brings joy, we give ourselves something powerful: hope. And for seniors especially, hope can be the difference between getting through the day or truly living it. Science backs this up. Studies show that people who practice daily gratitude have better sleep, lower blood pressure, stronger immune systems, and even fewer symptoms of depression. Why? Because gratitude helps turn off the stress response. It quiets that part of the brain that's always on alert. Instead, it brings us into the present moment, and into a state of calm appreciation. There's no one right way to do it. Some people like to keep a small notebook and jot down a few thoughts. Others prefer to say them out loud during breakfast or whisper them in prayer. It could be something big, like, "I'm grateful for my grandchildren." Or something small, like, the sun feels warm on my face today. The point is to notice what's good, and let yourself feel it. I once met a man named Harold, who lost his wife after more than 50 years of marriage. He told me mornings were the hardest. But his daughter gave him a little notebook and told him, just write down 3 things every morning that make you smile, even just a little. At first, he didn't see the point. But soon, he was writing things like, the coffee smells good, or, the neighbor's cat is sitting on the porch again. And slowly, his mornings changed. Not because life got easier, but because his focus shifted. Gratitude doesn't erase pain. But it reminds us that even with pain, there's still something worth living for. And when you start your morning with that kind of thought, the rest of the day feels more manageable, and sometimes even beautiful. 5. Step outside for morning light and fresh air. If there's one more habit that can truly uplift your mornings, and your overall well-being, it's stepping outside for a few minutes of natural light and fresh air. This one may seem too simple to matter, but for older adults, it can be one of the most powerful things you do each day. Even just standing near a window isn't quite the same. There's something uniquely healing about being outdoors, feeling the breeze on your skin, and letting the morning light touch your face. Our bodies are wired to respond to natural light. It helps regulate our internal clock, what scientists call the circadian rhythm. That clock controls our sleep, mood, appetite, and even immune function. When you get sunlight in the first hour of your day, your body says, it's morning, and starts producing the right hormones at the right time. That means more energy in the day and better sleep at night. And it's not just about the light. Fresh air, even for 5 minutes, helps you breathe deeper, clear your mind, and shake off that stuffy, just woke up feeling. For many older adults, getting outside can also reduce feelings of isolation. You might see a neighbor walking their dog or hear birds chirping, small things that gently remind you that you're part of something bigger. If mobility is a concern, you don't need to walk far. Just stepping onto your porch, your backyard, or even sitting by an open doorway can still bring benefits. The key is to get that connection with nature. It grounds you. It wakes you up in a way no cup of coffee can. And over time, it lifts your mood, boosts vitamin D, and helps you feel more refreshed and alive. I once spoke with a woman in her 70s who told me she started standing outside every morning with her cup of tea. At first I thought it was silly, she said, but now I can't imagine skipping it. I feel like I'm greeting the day instead of dragging myself through it. That small shift gave her mornings a sense of peace and purpose. So tomorrow, after you stretch, breathe, and reflect, open that door. Step into the light. Let the world remind you that you're still here, still part of it, and still very much alive. 6. Feed your body with a balanced, light breakfast. Once you've taken care of your body, your breath, your mind, and your connection to the world outside, there's one more step that can complete your morning routine: eating a light, balanced breakfast. It's easy to overlook this part, especially if you don't wake up feeling hungry or if you've gotten used to skipping meals. But after the age of 60, what and how you eat in the morning matters more than ever. During sleep, your body goes through a long fasting period. By morning, it needs fuel, not just any fuel, but the kind that supports stable energy, mental clarity, and healthy digestion. A good breakfast doesn't mean a heavy plate or sugary cereals. In fact, those can leave you feeling more tired and bloated. Instead, think about something light but nourishing. A boiled egg with whole grain toast, oatmeal topped with berries, or a small bowl of yogurt with nuts and seeds. These kinds of meals give you steady energy without the crash. A healthy breakfast also helps regulate your blood sugar, which is especially important if you're managing conditions like diabetes or blood pressure. It improves focus, mood, and even balance, making you less likely to feel dizzy or foggy later in the morning. And if you're someone who takes medication, eating something in the morning can also help reduce side effects like nausea or stomach upset. What's just as important as the food itself is the act of eating it with intention. Sit down. Avoid distractions. Let this be a moment where you say, I'm nourishing myself because I deserve to feel good today. That mindset goes a long way. It turns a simple meal into an act of care. And when you begin your day by caring for yourself, it's easier to keep making good choices throughout the day. I once met a retired nurse named Alma, who told me that for years she rushed through breakfast or skipped it altogether. But after turning 70, she started making time for just 10 minutes at the table with something warm and healthy. She said, it became my way of telling myself, I still matter. That small decision changed how she felt, physically and emotionally. So tomorrow morning, try giving your body something gentle, nutritious, and light. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be kind. As we grow older, it's easy to feel like life is slipping out of our hands, like our energy, focus, or even joy is fading day by day. But what we often forget is that small, intentional choices can still make a big difference, even in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. And those first few minutes after waking up? They're more powerful than most people realize. They give us a chance to start fresh, to take care of ourselves in a quiet but meaningful way. If you found these habits helpful, I'd love for you to share in the comments below, which one are you planning to try tomorrow morning? Your words might inspire someone else who really needs a boost. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that button. It helps us keep making helpful content just for you. Thank you for spending time with me today. Take care of yourself, and remember, even small steps can lead to big changes.